Yo, what's going on? We live, we live. Go over and watch on Twitter, man. We're gonna have Emerson Kilgore on in a minute. West Pennington got over with his game. West Warwick wins 31-0. You already know.
Is, I would say, the first sports rehab facility here in Rhode Island. I came out with Recovery Rhode Island because I honestly spent, again, the back half of my
To the beginning of the game. Talk about it, Stanley.
At the end of the day, man, the mentality going in is we ain't afraid of nobody. I know everybody on the outside was saying Central's gonna win. Central's better than us. We don't really stand a chance. Just overlooking us. So win the game. We never doubted. It's not lame at Westerly High School on a Friday night. I don't care if you got family at Westerly. If you know anybody on Westerly football team, you got to come out and experience it. It's the best home field advantage in the state.
No, that's a fact. Congratulations,
Eric
Stanley.
Rube said that, it ain't going to be about DeAndre Chase, but tell you what, he carried the team on his back tonight, scored both touchdowns for us, and then we got to both the extra points, which, made a difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Why do you even listen to anything that guy says?
Yeah, no kidding. How do you pick an undefeated? How you pick against an undefeated team in their house? Well, anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it is a fact. I've been trying. I heard Coach Al say on a broadcast a couple of weeks ago that he does not remember the last time West Warwick was 2-0. I talked to Coach Green a few minutes ago. He wanted to call right up because he knew you were coming on, and he wanted to say congratulations.
Thank you, Coach.
Bad, not bad. You had a big competitive game against Rogers. Division 3 right now. It's really cranking up.
Yeah.
You and Rogers, was going at it. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. I mean, they came in ready to play, and they jumped up on us 12-0 before we knew it.
Well, what can you say now?
But, in the course of 4 quarters, you play 4 quarters of football. At the end of it, we came out on top, 14-12.
West Warwick. I mean, you already said they haven't played anybody, and here they are now coming in at 6-0. What can you say now about West Warwick Wizards, man? Emerson Kilgore, man, what's going on?
Emerson, Mike, what's up?
All right, man.
What's up?
Hate is real, man. The hate is real, man. West Warwick just wins 31-0 over Johnston. Now that's going to set up a big Moses Brown matchup, man. The energy in football, Emerson, right now is through the damn roof.
It is, and it's an exciting time, man. This is great. These teams are really stepping up and really seeing some good football around the state right now. It's a really good thing to see.
Rogers wins 28-8. That was the final there. I seen some great games. Westerly wins 42-45. Doesn't even matter to nothing. East Providence gets a win, after 3 bad games in a row. People saying East Providence being dog walked. Well, not people, me. East Providence getting a big win, 34-7 over the Avengers. The Saints putting it to Mount Pleasant. I think that was like 28-12. What do you think about some of these teams right now?
As the old saying goes, man, the cream's starting to rise to the top. I mean, I'm glad to see East Providence back on in his winning ways there. I know they had they had a little bit of a skid, but again, I know that coaching staff quite well, and I know they're gonna get their stuff together, which they have, obviously. So definitely a good thing to see. And honestly, I mean, that was at Wesley Cranston East. Cranston East has been struggling, and they, obviously it's they still need some work to be done there, but they'll keep pushing there. But great job with Wesley, getting the job done. And it's just, again, these guys are really getting it done. The cream's starting to rise. We're really starting to see who is going to be the top dogs in these divisions. Really start to rise to the top now. So it's just a good thing to see.
Absolutely. And you can also watch us on Twitter. A lot of people been having some trouble on Facebook. So you can go over to Twitter and also watch this. But I just want to let people know that. But yeah, I think the Hendrick and LaSalle game was 3-3. And like I don't even care about Division One right now. Division One has been ass. And I say that respectfully because you got one. How can you say that, right? At the same time, but you got one division game a week, and the rest of them are non-division games. And if you win in that division, you get more points. But
all right, well, let me just say this. So, I mean, we got to give credit where credit's due here. So, I mean, we have the Rhode Island version of the Clash of the Titans tonight with Hendrick and LaSalle. And honestly, all eyes are on that game. I mean, that's really going to be the battle. Who's going to be in first place, and who's really going to stick out for the rest of the season here. So, has bragging rights for the rest of the season. So, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Knowing both coaches and their coaching styles and how they work these young men, that's going to be a really good game. But calling Division One ass. I mean, yeah, I understand where you're coming from with that, but at the end of the day, I mean, they represent what our state is truly about. Even though, unfortunately, it's only 4 teams, which not the best judgment in my personal opinion, but we won't go there. But this is definitely the game of the week, and I definitely think that whichever team emerges victorious here has the bragging rights literally into the Super Bowl. So or excuse me, to the playoffs. So let that kind of roll and see how that goes.
Yeah, it was 3-3 earlier when I got a score check because you can't watch that game because NFHS drops the ball again and the technology isn't working over there. So you can't watch that game. So the game of the week, unless you go pay the $5, you couldn't watch that game. East Providence, like I said earlier, had a great game, and they needed to have a great game. North Smithfield and Coventry were battling it out, and last I heard, North Smithfield had the edge, 20-14.
Wow, that's good. I mean, again, any given game day. I mean, those are
North Smithfield.
Good teams. Yeah, I mean, that's is good to hear. I know Coach Bayev is he really does a good job up there, and obviously Coach Goodhart, he's another guy really works those guys down there in Coventry. So it's going to be a battle. It's like it's not going to be easy. Like we won't talk about Division One, but Division Two and Division Three, honestly, everyone got work cut out for them. Like no game's going to be well, most games aren't going to be cakewalks. I mean, there's going to be some battles, and just you got to play. That's why you put on the pads. That's why you coach. That's why I officiate get these games done.
I just got a score update, and depending, I guess, who sent the message, it says 9-3 bad guys. So I assume the bad guys means LaSalle, knowing that this is a Hendricken fan.
Okay, so we can stay away from the bad guys there. Just 9-3 LaSalle.
That's just some good rivalry. 21-20, Coventry scored. What a game. This could be going down as the game of the night, Coventry, North Smithfield.
Maybe. I mean, there were some really good games. I mean, I just finished up with one, and I mean, this was just a fight to the finish here. I mean, Lincoln and Charahoe really went after each other, and it was a really, really solid game. Charahoe ended up winning 7-6. But I mean, it was a battle. I mean, Lincoln was undefeated until tonight, and literally just that was a battle that a lot of folks were like, you hear a couple people like, oh yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one, and I'm like, yep, you're absolutely right. As I walk down, so it was really good to see. But Charahoe came out on top, and much respect to Charahoe because they were facing a literally a juggernaut. Like Lincoln was really putting points on the board here for the last couple of weeks.
Well,
I refereed a few games. So
the last couple of weeks, both them teams have been playing.
Right.
I just heard that last I knew, Coventry was kicking off for less than 15 seconds, and the last time Coventry was in this situation, speaking of Charahoe played that lateral pass, and Charahoe went home with the win, but this game seems like this North Smithfield game right now, as well as the Charahoe Lincoln game. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that game. All the good games are coming out of Division Trey. It's like Treyway all over again.
That's it. And again, it's that time, man. Like, really, really good football being played right now. And again, I'm just glad I can be a part of it in the way that I can. So, obviously on being an official and being on your platform is really, really a good thing here.
So did Charahoe win or did Lincoln win?
Charahoe
won, right? Okay, all right.
Yeah, Charahoe won 7-6.
7-6. Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure. So let me get some scores for everybody because I had a lot of the scores. 28-8 Rogers. Right now LaSalle is up 9-3. Let me get the rest of them right here. 7-6 Cumberland was up over Cranston West. On the 28-12, I think the Mount Pleasant score was. I know St. Ray's won that game. Charahoe wins 7-6. North Smithfield and Coventry towards the end of the game. Right now, Coventry up 21-20. West Warwick 31. Johnston nothing. NK was up over Barrington 35-21. Westerly just did what you figured coming off a big game against Central playing Cranston East 42-0. Pontegansett was up over Narragansett 21-8. Rogers beat Pilgrim. East Providence over EG. And them are the scores that I have right now.
Okay.
So
cool.
good football. We're gonna have Coach Pennington on in a little while. Pilgrim has let's see, their game should be their game's over now, so maybe we'll have Coach Blake coming up on here tonight. Pilgrim struggling this year, Emerson.
They are. Again, it's there's sometimes that's how it works. Some years you're up, some years you're down. You know what? But I think that again, this is a kind of a rebuilding year for them. They got a lot of newer guys on, playing, and they got to earn their stripes. There's not one football player that I know that hasn't gone through this. So, my alma mater is not immune, but their saving grace is they have really good coaching, and I know Blake knows what he's doing, and he's they're just gonna keep pushing. Sometimes this is how it works, but you know what? I mean, you finish the year as strong as you can. You learn from it. You have a great off season and really get after it. The next season, but sometimes you gotta go through your licks.
Absolutely. Now there's more games tomorrow on the schedule for tomorrow. We Burrillville and Central. Juanita Sanchez and EWG. That's a must win for EWG. And I know Juanita Sanchez, Juanita. I know she is. I know Juanita Sanchez is remembering EWG from last season that knocked them out the playoffs. So that should be a good game. Woonsocket and Portsmouth. Right now, Woonsocket is in the playoffs. The worst off, Woonsocket could lose every game and they'll still grab the number 4 seed right now. That Westerly SK game in Division 2 at the end of the year is really going to depend on a lot. And if Pontegansett wins tonight at Narragansett, this was a must win for Pontegansett being down 3 games in the division.
Right.
So yeah, it's getting very.
I mean, folks still got to play. I mean, it's getting tight, but folks got to play. People got to step up. That and either you're gonna sink or swim now, because now it's October. We're right about in the middle of October right now. So like I said, the cream's rising to the top, and players got to play. Secure them spots. But the guys will. This is sink or swim time. So they need to figure it out. But they'll be good.
If you think about it, this starts elimination. Like elimination start week 6. Like we can start now eliminating teams mathematically from the playoffs. I mean, there's some teams you need a prayer and everyone else to lose. So we could start to see how
Right.
this playoff
So-
picture is starting to be. You know, SK and Shea play tomorrow. I expect SK to beat Shea. You know, so I'm sure there's one man that believes Shea's going to win that game tomorrow. But SK's been playing great football. But we're going to bring Coach Dunbar on, Emerson. I don't know if you're going to stick around or if you had to run.
Well, listen, Mike. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I got to run. I got some stuff I got to get done at the gym
All
here.
right, Emerson.
So,
Thank you.
I got
Appreciate
to
it.
let you go. But just tell all the coaches I said, good work, congratulations, and I will hopefully see them tomorrow. I have a game, North Providence and Davies tomorrow. So we'll
All
talk
right,
more
Emerson. Thank you. Coach Dunbar, man, what a game. I was watching it, on NFHS, actually on YouTube. What's going on? Congratulations, man.
What's up, Mikey?
All
Not
right,
much.
talk
We're
about
on the
it.
bus going back to Weston.
What a better place to call from the bus. First, I want to say rest in peace to Chris DiPaolo, knowing you're from Westerly.
Yeah, definitely, man. Rest in peace
Definitely,
to him.
Westerly lost a
He's a
legend.
great guy.
Definitely. So let's talk about this game a little. You come out of Central game. You're playing Cranston East. How did that go? As walking into it?
What he was doing at WBLQ, and on with them every well in all three phases. Sparked by a newest addition to our team, Christian Manfred. He's been sitting out, transfer from Charahoe. He actually lives in West.
Hey, Coach, why don't you hit me up when you get back to the school? Can you hear me? You want to hit me up when you get back to the school? Yeah, we're having problems with Coach Dunbar's phone. He calling from the bus. We'll see if he can just hit us up when he gets back to the school. So Christian Manfredi, coming over from Charahoe, playing, he gets his eligibility today. We'll wait to see if we get Coach Dunbar back on. You back? All right. Well, we'll get him back on. I'm gonna tell him maybe when he gets back to the school. Yeah, so we'll talk to Coach Dunbar when he gets back to Westerly. He was calling from the bus, so we really didn't have great reception. You still there, Coach? Yeah, let me cut him out of here. There we go. Yeah, so we'll talk to Coach Dunbar. I know he was saying Christian Manfredi transferred from Charahoe, and because of the transfer change, you had to sit half the season. So Christian sits. So Christian Manfredi starts his first game for Westerly. Westerly gets a big win tonight, so. Oh, okay. All right. So he's going to get back on. Okay. All right. So we'll get Coach Dunbar back on here. And we'll pick up where we left off. So anyone have an update on that Coventry game? Let me know. That was becoming a very, very close contested game. We know Charahoe beats Lincoln 7-6. Lincoln, been on a run all season long, playing very, very good football. I have to put these games back on. You can actually go to, I went to Fans Only, and I watched like all the games tonight, basically at the same time. And now I can go back there and watch them all. Cumberland's up right now, 7-6. As you can see, I got all the games, all the Fans Only games up here on the screen behind me. That's what's up. Opening of regular season. Host Bishop Hendricken on September 30th. Max Tucker, key defensive player. So we'll wait to get Coach Dunbar up on here. Look at that. It looks like a Cranston West going for a big, big run. I don't think anyone's going to catch him from Cumberland. Number 94 was trailing him, but it looks like a big Cranston West touchdown. So we're waiting to get Coach Dunbar back on. So right now, Cranston West goes up on Cumberland 12-7. I got to send Coach Piver the link. Oops. Nope, that ain't it. All right, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to send some invites out to a couple. I gotta send one to Coach Piver, one to Coach Goodhart. I'm sure depending who won or lost that game, neither one of them are in a big hurry to come on the show. All right, Coach, you back.
Yes, sir. I'm back. My bad, man. We
That's
was in a rough
better.
spot on the highway.
Yeah, I guess so. As I lost you, I was saying, my condolences to Chris DePaulo at WBLQ, and I think I heard you say Christian Manfredi came off his eligibility this week.
Yeah, yep. So first off, I want to say rest in peace to Chris. Was a great guy. I would get on with him every Saturday mornings to get on his radio talk show, and he did a great job with the production of that. It means a lot to the Westerly community. He's been serving the community for a really long time, so we all saddened by his tragic loss, and definitely hope they continue to keep it running in his honor. But yes, to start the game, Christian Manfred. First game eligible, actually second game eligible, my fault. He played in the Central game. The second game, first time we put him back on kick return due to an injury. He took a kick back. It kind of set the tone for the game.
Last week coming off that Central game, were the kids like motivated? Did they stay motivated all week going into this game?
To be honest, man, I thought we were a little flat before the game, but I think this group is just kind of finding their stride. They have a business-like mentality, not a bunch of rah-rah guys. So at times you can think that they're just a little too relaxed, but they always come to play. And tonight, that showed.
Now it's all business as usual. You see how the divisions are. You got a lot of teams with 1 and 2 losses. It's you have to win out, right?
I believe so. I mean, that's our mentality.
Definitely
we're not trying to lose any more games. So at the end of the day, we're trying to win each and every game. And to be honest, man, it's always on to the next one. We don't, we'll enjoy it for 24 hours, but after that, we're on to Woonsocket. The kids know that it's do or die. That's kind of how we're going into every single game. We got a great group of seniors. We got some juniors that are stepping up, some sophomores that are stepping up. But, you know, the mentality is definitely do or die. So we're not, you know, we're approaching every game as if it's a must-win.
And Coach B-Ball, shout out to him playing good football. You know, another good friend of yours.
Definitely.
You know, and
That's
right
my guy.
now they clinched the playoffs already, and even if they
Did
go
they?
3 and
I
yeah,
don't know.
they're in
Really?
now. Even if
How
they
many?
go
What's their
3 and
record?
3, they're 3-0 in the conference.
I mean, they still got 3 more games though. 3
Yes,
more league
but
games.
their worst place they could finish right now is the 4th seed. They can't
Oh,
finish
really?
any. So they have a spot in the playoffs.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, as do
That's what's up.
Westwall. You know, and a bunch
I'm
of other
sure
teams.
Charlie's not approaching it like that though. He's gonna
Oh
try to
no! Shout out to
get his
Charlie.
team
I'm
ready for
sure he's
everything.
watching.
Yeah.
He's watching right now.
Yeah.
Right now, East Providence won over the Avengers. I'm rewatching the game. I think the score was like 34-7. I know St. Ray's won.
What was that score? The St. Ray
28-12, I believe it was.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, so there was definitely some great games. Bishop Hendrick and I think LaSalle's up 9-3 on them. Cumberland's down 12-7 against
Clemson West looks like they're playing some good football right now.
Cranston West. You know that yes, I would rather play them in the beginning of the season. You know,
Yeah, they seem like
Coventry had a
their
tough
stride.
game. I know Coventry was up 21-20 over North Smithfield. With 15 seconds left, kicking off. But the last time they were in that position, Charahoe ran back a lateral.
Yeah.
You know, so last I knew they were up. But yeah, the division is definitely tightened up, and we're starting to eliminate teams this weekend after the playoffs. But Coach, man, I appreciate it. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Bulldogs. I'm
Appreciate
glad.
it, Mikey.
Did everybody
Thanks
get
for
out
all
of
you
tonight
do.
healthy?
We got a couple guys banged up. I think we got one guy banged up, but it's nothing major. So it's at this point in the football season, every team you play is gonna have a couple guys that got something. So
That's right, man.
we're definitely still pretty healthy, but you know, we're gonna continue to trust our process. We got a great team doctor, and Dr. Marzelli. He does a great job of getting our kids back on the field. So you know, we trust him. We let him handle all the medical stuff, and I know those guys that are banged up will be ready to go whenever they're ready.
All right, Coach, man. Again, dedicated to Chris DiPaolo, WBLQ. Coach, thank you. I appreciate all your support, and we'll talk soon.
All right, Mikey, have a good one.
All right. That was Coach Dunbar after a big win. Any win inside the division is a big win. For sure. So getting that win against Cranston East, and now it's going to be on to Woonsocket, and we all know how Coach B-Ball is going to come into that game. He's going to be ready to do what Woonsocket's been doing all season long. All season long. So we're trying to just wait and see if wait to hear from Coventry and North Football, and I got a message that said Coventry just pulled one out of their ass. So Coventry wins that 21-20. 21-20. Coventry wins. So give me 1 second to give me 1 second.
Now deal with it. We see what happened when the last dude tried to. Yeah.
And one of the best games all year.
No, it was great. We actually practiced that.
Federal, switchy Frank. Let's go. Come take a ride through my city life. See what my city's like. This is the city life. Some is a shitty life. This is city living. Mostly them city children. From my bedroom, see the lights of them city buildings. Ain't gotta act hard. Improv is my backyard. I run road out, you can call me a track star. And we a team, homie, all is one. I don't sleep until all is done. I ain't ruckus, so please don't call me Mr. 401. It's Mr. Rags, you can call me. I'm still in that 401. From where we was, look at all we come. For what it's worth, I put my all in the sun. Know that my city love it. Think I give about my city's budget, about my city's public. Know how my city does
West Elmwood Intruders. There's a lot of guys that deserve opportunities, but for some reason the city is fumbling. They're fumbling. They're really fumbling. I mean, we can get into it, Mike. You know the story. I was at Juanita Sanchez.
I have to thank, Coach Dino Campopiano and his staff over at Shea.
If you come out freshman year, man, I tell my nephew, we're building that foundation 7th, 8th grade, and we're on record in 9th grade. You know what I mean?
That's right. You're on record in 9th grade, so don't be slacking. Don't be lacking. Do what you got to do. Right now, I'm watching the Cumberland Clippers Cranston West game. Cranston West 12, Clippers 7. Third quarter, 1:40 left in that one. So definitely some good games that went on tonight. But we'll be back. I'm gonna try to get these other coaches on the line. All right, we out. Beginning of the game. Talk about it, Stanley.
At the end of the day, man, the mentality going in is we ain't afraid of nobody. I know everybody on the outside was saying Central's going to win. Central's better than us. We don't really stand a chance.